Hi, we're Kev and Emma. 18 months ago we started a new adventure and bought a 57-foot narrowboat called Ripple. Why not join us and watch our highs and lows, the renovations and changes we've made, the clever storage that's been created, and find out what it's really like living and working full-time aboard a narrowboat with 2 dogs while exploring the waterways of our beautiful country.
What's a new present today?
Oh God, what is going on? Oh, there you go. Weird.
Glitchy phone.
God, that's all we need.
Good morning.
Morning. This is our first morning on the Grand Union. It'll be our first full day on the Grand Union today. We've got a flight of
10
locks.
10 locks, 2 down this end, then a flight of 6, and then there's 2 the other end, services at the top.
Pattern flight, I think it's called.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep calling it Hanwell, don't I? I don't know.
You make up words, don't you?
I make up places, Hanwell.
You do. So yeah, so the windlass is back out. This first one, apparently the guys on the lock, the gauging lock, said to us yesterday, it's needed work for a very long time, and apparently it's next on the list for the CRT. So really looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's supposed to be a really warm day, so we've got up early. For us, it's reasonably early. It's what, 9 o'clock?
Yeah, 9, no, 9:30.
Oh. So we'll put the bow camera on, and you can watch Kev work up a sweat.
Thanks. So that's the first lock done. That was Clitheroe's. Really stiff. They did warn us yesterday as we came through Brentford. The lockie said it's really stiff. It's old. The CRT. It's on their list to repair, but they've not got to it yet. Ground paddles, ever so stiff. Gate paddles were fine, and the gates were exceptionally heavy. Exceptionally heavy. It took 4 of us to get one of the gates open. So if you come into Clitheroe lock, eat your Weetabix because you will need them. First lock done, back on the canal. How was that?
Yeah, good. Nice and easy in that on the canal.
Yeah.
Take your pins out, boat doesn't really go anywhere.
I went sorted the lock out, Emma unpinned the boat and brought the boat into the lock, and no problems at all, was it? No. It's kind of things like that you forget how easy it actually is on the canals, and it becomes, no one likes unpinning, do they, or pinning, but it becomes a pleasure rather than going, right, unpin the stern, quick, grab the boat, it's floating off with the flow. Yeah, I'm excited to see some Armco again. I'm quite excited to see Armco again.
We haven't had the chains out for ages.
A year. We've not used our chains for over a year. So our target now is to get to, what's the arm we're going to?
Paddington Arm.
Paddington Arm. We're going to go down the Paddington Arm. We would like to stay in Little Venice for a couple of nights if we can. That's a bit of a sad old sight, I guess. I guess that's remains of winter coming down. We think that over there behind that wall is the River Brent, where Obviously it overflows and goes onto the River Brent, but look at all the rubbish. Trees, fenders, footballs, branches, bags. Look at all that plastic.
Terrible, isn't it?
I think the difficult part is with plastic is obviously it's so dangerous for wildlife and everything, but I know everyone says get rid of plastics, but I think the bigger question is what do you replace it with? Because pretty much everything in life has plastic. This phone's pretty much made of plastic. This tripod is, your watches, your sunglasses, everything nowadays is made of plastic. What do we replace it with, I think, is the question. Anybody spot the heron in the dead, fallen down tree? Stop pretending, we can see you.
He's going. He's off. Get him. Kev is doing a grand job on the old lock duties this morning. Quite enjoying the sun on the back of the boat. Very nice. Makes a change actually. Haven't managed the boat in and out of locks for a while. Locks are filling quite slowly this morning. There's lots of debris. I mean, look at this. I thought, you know, I don't know that we've seen so much debris. Yeah, pretty grim. Not the nicest of waters to be on, but I'm sure it will improve once we pass London and we're not quite so urgent. After saying that there was lots of rubbish in the water, this section between the first lock on the Hanwell flight and the second lock, oh my goodness, you can see the bottom of the lock chamber. Never seen that before in all the time that we've been, all the canals we've been on. I don't know if it's coming out on the thing, but I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a whole load of rubbish down there, but you can actually see the bottom. The water is that clear that you can see the bottom.
So this is lock number 4 of 6 of the Hatton flight. No, not Hatton flight. We just found out it was not the Hatton flight. Whatever flight it is we were on, you know me, I don't know where I am half the time. This is lock number 4. We've swapped over. Bizarrely enough, we passed a boat when we started the flight and said, did they want to come up with us? They looked like they wanted to move. And they were like, oh no, and didn't. And literally we got 2 locks in and we've seen them coming through. So we didn't wait. The lock keeper didn't say anything. We were, well, we were on our 3rd lock when they were just pulling into the first. So I made the decision, rightly or wrongly, just to keep going. I was really been waiting for ages. I think they probably didn't like going in with other boats because they asked the lock keepers for help. So rather than make them feel uncomfortable, we just kept going. And still, I believe, coming out the first one, so I don't know if they've not done a lot of locks and a bit nervous, but it is literally just up there. So there's literally no point in pulling out, mooring up, and then pulling out to go in the lock. So I'm just sitting in this one, and I'll wait till I see the gates start opening, and then I'll move out of this one. And as she opens the gates, she'll move the gates for me, and she'll walk back down and close these gates, and I'll pull into that one. That's the way we've been doing it for the last hour or so.
So we were only able to open one gate on this lock, the top lock of the Hamwell flight, because there's a great big bit of sponge behind this gate. Kev got off the boat and we thought we'd have a go at pulling it out. Oh my god, it's super thick. It's probably about 3 inches thick, so you can imagine how heavy it was. Hasten to say, we just opened one gate, left it where it is, I'm afraid. There are some volunteers on, so hopefully they'll be able to hook it out.
Well, that's all the lock's done for today. So we're just heading off now to kind of find a mooring spot, really.
Seems a bit quiet around here, which is always a little bit questionable. Why it's quiet boat?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard what
Numbers and all that.
Em just said. It does seem a bit sparse of boats down that end, so that always makes us kind of go, why is there no one moored there? So it may be that we turn onto the Paddington Arm. We're not sure yet.
I'm not actually sure where we are.
Well, just for a change, we've stopped now. It is, I don't know what it is. What is it? 2:30? It is 2 o'clock, 2:10. And I think the heat's got the better of us today. We've had enough now. It's very hot and sticky. But we're going to stay here for the night and then move on to the Paddington Arm tomorrow. First of all, go down to Grand Union at the very bottom of it, and it's been brilliant. We've had no troubles, no dramas. No. The cruise was just seamless.
10 locks. They were, they were tricky.
The first two were really stiff and heavy.
Like the ground paddles were pretty. Pretty
were
challenging, but we did it. It was fine. It's nice to get the windlass back out again.
Yeah, and ironically, we're on metal railings. It's not Armco, but it doesn't have to look like Armco, and you can fit the chains behind it. So we're going to go and treat ourselves.
We're going to have a
cheeky beer,
light refreshments.
Take the dogs and get them off the boat for a bit.
And we'll pick this up again tomorrow.
Yeah, join us when we start heading towards the Paddington Arm. And, okay, good morning. It's Friday morning, as you can see. It's another belter on the GU. It's gonna be, I looked last night, I've not checked this morning, but it looked last night, 31 degrees today. So we're early, it is...
Earlier than yesterday.
Earlier than yesterday, it's 9 o'clock now. And the engine's warming up. We're all ready. The brolly's are behind us, as you see. We've got plenty of water in the fridge cooling down.
Dogs have been out for an early walk.
Yeah, so we've been quite productive this morning, and literally it should, I'm hoping it's only going to be a few hours today, because we're only going from here, which is, I don't know how you say it, Southall, not really sure which way. Southall in London.
It's actually a very quiet mooring.
It was a very quiet mooring.
Considering we're opposite a pub and a
big block of flats and a park. It was very peaceful and quiet. It's lovely. So we're going to go down that direction and turn right onto the Paddington Arm.
Where we have booked Little Venice for next weekend. So excited about that.
I guess.
A couple of days touristy bits, and then we'll be back along the Paddington Arm.
And then back out and turn right and carry on going up the Grand Union.
Yeah. So it's a very brief visit to London is what we're doing.
But we have no locks on the Paddington Arm all the way down to Little Venice. There's no lock, so it is just easy cruising really.
Hopefully.
So weed hatch has been done. Copious amounts of bags have come out.
Plastic bags.
Bits of rope. I don't think I've ever seen so many bags in a canal. Maybe it's because they're normally dark and murky and you can't see what's under there. But it is fairly clear here, and it's just every other foot is a bag. It's terrible.
It was a lot around the prop for one day's cruising.
Yeah.
A lot. Do you know what? In the entire time we've been cruising all of the canals we've been on so far, we've never, after one day, had that amount of stuff.
No. I think we're ready. Should we go?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's get going.
Enjoy
Come
the
along.
view.
That's the ones that go up Paddington Arm, cleaning the weed and crap.
Look at that, the Lee Mean Clean Machine. And sadly, behind it, a sunken boat. Not sure how long it's been there, but long enough for the coots to make a little nest. This is an area called Balls Bridge, and it's kind of like the junction for Paddington Arm, and I can see in front of me kind of a bridge going up and over. I'm guessing that the turning on the right takes us down to the Paddington Arm. Very small opening, very tight corner to come round to. Swinging us round nicely. Hopefully there's no other boats coming out. Paddington, 13.5 miles down that way. That was perfect. Well done. There you go. Look at that.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Bridge 21 on the Paddington Arm. We have landed. I mean, what was that? 1 hour's cruise. The plan was just to kind of get ourselves somewhere where there's a little bit of shade, and you can see we've succeeded with that. And also somewhere that we can stay while Kev works, because obviously the closer we get to London, we're assuming you can't kind of stay for long periods of time. So we are at the Uxbridge Visitor Moorings, and on the app, Canal app, it says that you can stay here during the summer for 7 days.
So this is us, 7 days. Well, probably won't do 7 days, but we're due till I finish work on Wednesday evening, and Thursday morning we'll probably shoot off and start getting into London.
I think we'll be kept awake by the coots.
Yeah,
Coot City.
I'm going down the weed hatch again in a minute, because just over an hour, and I don't know how many times I flung the boat in reverse. We almost ground to a halt at one point, didn't we? But I managed to get it all off. So I'm going to shove my head back down the weed hatch in a minute and clear whatever is there off.
So we're just, but that's it. That's us hunkered down for the day. It's going to be scorchio today. So the main aim of the rest of the day is to keep the boat as cool as possible. And we will pick this up with you when we get moving again.
That may be tomorrow, maybe next week. Who knows? We seem to be glitchy.
Glitchy where? Right?
Maybe.
Not anymore.
What buttons are you pressing today?
Oh God, what is going on? Oh, there you go. Weird.
Glitchy phone.
God, that's all we need.
Zoo is Em wants to cruise past the back of London Zoo, so we do that, and then it's literally, we're near a scrapyard now. Then we come off of that.
I'm glad we did more here.
Yeah, don't moor here. We are. I don't know how far the boat's following us to come out of the lock. There's another boat behind us. Look at this glitchy. And there was a closure, but that should have finished yesterday. A boat sunk and was blocking the navigation, so we're hoping that's finished and done, and we can go through. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow. It'll all unveil. Unveil, unravel, unravel, unfold.
Unfold.
You'll see.
That's it, unfold.
It'll all unfold like an envelope. It seems to be a bit off centre. Oh, it's going. Sorry.
Going. Are you okay now? Are you happy with the fact that you're like that?
Yeah, okay.